The Marseille Open tournament director Jean-Francois Caujolle believes that the big three players will still be tough to beat in the Grand Slams. At the Australian Open, Novak Djokovic and Rafael Nadal reached the final barely struggling in the rounds prior to that. Players like Nadal, Djokovic or Roger Federer become much stronger from the Grand Slam quarter-finals or semis, explained Caujolle. And since they rarely struggle in the early rounds, they come to that with a bigger freshness. So it's very complicated for their opponents. We have a generation that moves a little bit everything, three aliens. Rafael, who has an amazing game, who is often compared to John McEnroe, has not the same accurate game style. Zverev, I can compare him to an Ivan Lendl, but he has not the same physical and mental power. Chung, we can compare him to Mats Wilander or Michael Chang, but he still lacks something. Will this little something ever be filled? Tsitsipas is a great player, but he is still fragile. No, I do not see somebody taking over Djokovic, Nadal or Federer until they are there. On Hugo Humbert, who got a main draw wild card, Caujolle added, I would not put limits on him. There are predictable players, and instead, we may really figure out Humbert only within the end of the year. I do not really see him a limit for him. He has freshness, powerful shots. And I like players who have unexpected shots. I like controversial players a lot. Nick Kyrgios is the one I prefer, even if he is not a next-gen anymore. There are also Felix Auger-Aliassime and Denis Shapovalov. But I like Chung's tennis a lot too. Stefanos Tsitsipas has a very interesting return too. The two games I identify less are born at George and Sasha Zverev. But it's not a judgment on the player. For example, you do not know what Shapovalov will do when he hits the ball.